Welcome back. Thanks for checking out this video. Hope you're having a fantastic day. We have some more Christie Sides info for you. And God bless her. I tell you what, she makes it easy for me because I tell you, as a diehard Philly fan, it's very difficult to create content that people want to watch when Nick Sirianni, the head coach of the Eagles, does a press conference because he doesn't give you anything. So bless you, Christy, and thank you for this. But as you can see here first, I just wanted to share two quick things with you that really don't deserve their own video, but I thought they were interesting. One, this is Aaliyah Boston. Check this out. She has been assisted by Caitlin Clark 37 times this season. The next Mitchell with 6, Katie Lou with 5. Oh, I'm sorry, Wheeler's all. It's shocking to me that Wheeler and Mitchell are on here with 6. That's all their assists for the season. So Boston must be the only player they passed to. But as you can see, it's quite a difference from Caitlin Clark. So that awesome season Aaliyah Boston is having. And no, I'm not. This is not a negative toward Aaliyah Boston. I'm just saying that there is a great connection there, and Aaliyah Boston is greatly helped by Caitlin Clark. And I wish the rest of the team would understand how much they would be helped if they embraced Caitlin Clark and wanted to play with her instead of against her. And to that point, just because this is funny, so see, I'm going to give you a little something to laugh at. I'm going to full screen this because this was at practice. Okay, and this was really to let us know that Dantas is back. She apparently has the other red shoes because I think Wheeler, who catches the inbound ball, has the red shoes. But here we go, running a play. Let me get the sound out of here because it doesn't matter anyway. And check this. Now, I believe that's Katie Lou Samuelson inbounding the ball, but I'm just going to pretend it's Caitlin Clark because it works better when I tell you they really do practice like they play. Like the missed layups and all that, it's part of the plan. Check this out. Oh, I got a layup. No, I could pass this up. No, I'm gonna keep dribbling. What? Oh, let me. Oh, fantastic! That is great stuff. And if anyone says she's goofing around, well, we've got the head coach right here, and they're running a play, and she messes up all the time in real games. So maybe she shouldn't be goofing around if that's what's happening. But as you can see, they do actually practice their idiocy, which is kind of refreshing. It almost feels makes me feel a little better about what's going on because then if I were to continue these five final 5 seconds, no reaction whatsoever by the head coach. She just walks past walks past and looks at her little clipboard. So speaking of, now we are going to get to Christie Sides, who's going to be asked some questions. She is going to be asked some questions, of course, starting with Dantas. So let's take a listen to what Christie has to say about this.
What do you feel like she can add to this team that she's able to hit the floor for you guys?
Yeah, I mean, she's a presence in the post. She's also can shoot the ball really well from outside the three. So she's just she can stretch the floor or she can go to work in the post.
Okay. Before I get to the next question, because the next question, if you can't quite hear it, is asking about how she's going to fit in terms of where she played. Now, what Christy just said, one of the things you heard is that she's a really good 3-point shooter. She is a 34% career 3-point shooter. Not awful. However, as you know from watching games, usually when a big is shooting a three, unless they're exceptionally different and really well known for that being part of the game, they're usually shooting it when they're open, right? The defender's laying off a bit. They don't want them banging in the post. They're going to let them be out there with the ball. So they're usually shooting with a lot less pressure than a guard who is a good 3-point shooter. So that's one in terms of the context. And I said this, I'll go do this briefly because I mentioned it in another video, but Christy just brought it up about how good it is. So I got to say it again. Last time Dantas played was in 2022. She shot 26% from the 3-point line. The year before, 33%. The year before, which oddly, this is her career year in 2020, which also happened to be in the whole the bubble with everything going on, which is weird. Just weird. I don't know what it means. The only time she averaged double digits, that was the only time she shot over 40% from 3-point line, 43%. The year before was 39. The 2 years before that were 23 and 26. She does not shoot the three-pointer exceptionally well. Is she solid for a big? Yeah. I mean, you could say that she's solid for a big. Just like I guess Aaliyah Boston, maybe you can. I don't know if you consider her solid. She doesn't shoot enough, I guess, to say, but she's nailed a couple. If the situation calls for it, you're okay with her taking it. But that's far from the same as she's a really good 3-point shooter. Now, where was I? We got to go back to this, right? Okay, I think it was this one. So now this question coming up, you can't really hear it well, asking about where Dantas is going to fit in terms of position. Where's she going to play?
Or five, hybrid of the two. Have you even thought about that yet?
She can do a little of both.
She hasn't even thought about it. Now, if I remember correctly, Dantas was signed in the off season. I mean, this isn't a new signing for those who don't know or unsure. This is a new activation because she had been injured. So she's been on the team, but not on the active roster. So you have her. Any head coach is, of course, knowing the progress of any player that's been out with an injury for a while, especially if they're going to be in your plans in terms of playing. So for Chris, this is malpractice. Forget everything else I said. Forget the whole Clark drama and everything else to be going on. Just specifically from a competency standpoint, as a professional getting paid to do this job, this is malpractice. This is ridiculous that she can answer a question about a player coming back and say she doesn't have any idea and hasn't even thought about where she's going to fit into the lineup, where she's going to play, who she's going to play with. And I get with the offense she runs, which is no offense. You can just throw players out there. So I guess maybe that makes sense to her. But anyway, let's let's move on.
How do you think that some of the players have made Demirs feel at home, in this short time of her being back?
Yeah, it's tough to say that I haven't seen those in those moments because she hadn't been in the gym with us and working out. But I know that they're together away from the gym. I know they do a good job of keeping her involved when she wasn't able to be with us.
All right, that one doesn't really matter much. I'm sorry, I didn't realize that was there. I should have skipped that. She's just basically asking about her comfort level with the other players and how much they've gotten to know her and all that. But so I think this next
At
one.
what level were you able to keep her up to date over the last whatever month, and if at all, just trying to keep her in tune with what you guys are doing and how she could be involved?
Yeah, we were really just focused on getting her healthy.
Okay.
That was our number one focus, just making sure she was healthy, and then her condition stay with that conditioning that she had really worked on in the offseason.
I don't know what that means. It sounds like she doesn't really know what is going on. She was asked about how familiar Dantas is with what they're doing, and she basically says she haven't done anything at all. Now, again, going back to what I said, if you have a player who is part of your plans and they happen to be injured, and in this situation are new to the team, have not played on this team, okay? This isn't an 8-year vet who's been on the same team for 5 years and knows everyone and knows the coach and knows the offense you're running. This is someone brand new. And you now know that she's being active, and yet you've done nothing leading up to this in terms of helping her with the understanding of what they're doing, and that goes back to the question earlier that I said was malpractice, right? No understanding or setting of expectations or what it is she's going to do, what the offense is going to run, how she's going to be a part of it. Nothing at all. Nothing at all. Could you imagine? I think the best example I could give, I guess, off the top of my head here is could you imagine a quarterback in the NFL that you have that's on a new team, has never played with the team, never played for the coach or the offensive coordinator or anything, and you basically ignore them until you activate them for the roster and you have no idea how you're going to use them. And then you throw them out there. You never give them the playbook. You never discuss your offensive schemes or strategy or the language that is used for calling plays or anything like that. You don't do any of that until it's go time and you've activated them and you're going to put them out there on the field. That is absolutely, absolutely insane. Absolutely insane. Again, malpractice. She should not be getting paid as a professional coach. Could you imagine any of you being like this for your job? Would you still have that job?
If you get Timmy and Demiris both back during this road stretch, I guess, how do you go about just figuring out how to get those minutes right between the
Okay, I just wanted to cut off right there because in case you couldn't hear it, this is now being asked about Tammy coming back and with Dantas now on the team with regard to their minutes, right? Very important question. Again, something you should already know. Now it may change. Okay, there's no doubt about that, but you already know what Fag Bentley can do, what she brings to the team. You know the relationship she was developing with Caitlin Clark on the court. You, I assume, know what kind of player Dantas is. You threw out all that stuff about her running the court and being a really good 3-point shooter. So you're going to have a good answer to this question. I know she's going to have a good answer to this question. She's going to restore my faith. I'll take a step back and be less critical because this is going to wow me. Let's check it out.
4 and 5 positions?
Yeah, I mean, it's just going to be something we're going to have to play with. I mean, this hasn't been an option for us yet, you know. Timmy showed us what she could do, so now Dee's just got to get in, and it's going to take some time, but she'll get those minutes, and we'll figure that out along the way.
When it comes
Holy moly! Nah! We'll figure that out along the way. We'll figure that out along the way. I want to go back. Oh boy, let me see if I can find it to something she said right at the beginning. Let me make sure I have this.
Timmy showed us what she could do, so
I'm sorry. I want to go back a little bit.
it's going to be something we're going to have to play with. I mean, this hasn't been an option for us yet, you know.
It's something we're going to have to play with. This is the line. It hasn't been an option for us yet. Is that what they did with Caitlin Clark? Did they have no idea what she brings to the table in terms of her skill set and what she can do on the court? And then they're just threw her out there completely surprised and said, let's see what happens. What can she actually do? We don't know. So we're not going to devise any kind of offense that might complement her skill set and help the team. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me?
Timmy showed us what she could do, so now Dee's just got to get in, and it's going to take some time, but she'll get those minutes, and we'll figure that out along the way.
when it comes to obviously the roster decisions, just what went into deciding to waive Celeste?
Here we go with Celeste stuff. Let's see if she gives a better answer than she did initially.
Yeah, that was just a really tough choice. Celeste did everything we asked her. She was a great teammate. She talked more than most as a rookie. Like, she just felt really comfortable communicating on the court and on the bench as well. Like, she was really good about in huddles. It was really hard to let her go. It's just a business decision. It's one of the hardest.
Okay, why does she keep looking off high and to the left? Is that a unconscious signal for lying? Do any of you know all that stuff? Let me know in the comments below, or am I have that wrong? Is it down and to the left or down and to the right? I've heard something like that. Now, some people I know do it because they're actually thinking about what they're going to say. So I'm not saying she's lying, but what I caught in there that I thought was funny was the communication line. How do you know she communicates really well on the court? She played like 15 minutes all season long. The business decision was you don't like the fact that she could be really good. I know people yell at me. She's good enough that she should have been given the chance. I don't know if she'd have a good pro career. I mean, my goodness, there have been number 1 draft picks that have been busts. Tom Brady was drafted in the 6th round. Nobody knows for sure. But we'll never know because you didn't play her. Oh my Lord, what am I missing, people? By the way, she didn't wow me with that answer, so I'm going to have to keep being critical of the nonsense. But let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Did I miss anything? If you're enjoying these videos, please like and subscribe. I really do appreciate it, and I will talk to you later.